I don't know ว่าไอมีความแปลกนิดๆอะ
ว่าอยู่ไม่แปลกแต่ I think you're เยอะ You're high maintenance like to the max
You have a ability to shop everywhere เวลาไปอยู่ในป่าอย่างเงี้ยเราเนี่ยจะรู้สึกว่าเวลาเราออกไปทำงานมันจะทำให้เราใช้ตังค์ได้น้อยมันนี่คือข้อดีของการทำงานเยอะเพราะมันไม่มีเวลาในการใช้ตังค์เราจะได้เก็บถูกปะแต่พี่สาวเนี่ยต่อให้อยู่หลังกระบะกำลังขึ้นเขาอ่ะ ก็กำลังช็อปบอกปอนตี้ดูออกไปข้างนอกสวยงามเนี่ยกำลังแอดบาสเกตอยู่กำลังทำตะกร้าอยู่
ก็คือโมเมนต์ที่เขาคลอดพี่ตอยก็โดนแยกจากลูกเลยแล้วเขาก็ไปเป็น special room that the hospital took care of her really well and then every couple of hours we would be able to call in and just see how she was so the first time we saw her when she was tiny ในกล้องดูตัวใหญ่ใช่ป่ะแต่ตัวจริงอะตัวเล็กมากเลยอะ
สวัสดีครับTalk to Talk podcast นะครับ This is our first launch actually of our new set Isn't it beautiful? So basically we wanted to have the same theme of what we used to film in my house and we wanted to do group podcasts. We wanted to create a platform where artists can come and play like their songs and on like an acoustic kind of version, whether it's for promotion, whether it's for entertainment. And yeah, this is our first time using this set and I always had it in my mind that I wanted to do group podcasts in certain different groups and today's first group is my siblings so yeah I think it'll be quite funny I think it'll be quiteอบอุ่น like quite warm so yeah let's go meet Simon and Bonte my big brother and my big sister So we gotta
random questions
yeah you want to start with some random questions
sure who's starting
No he starts เขาเป็นพิธีกร
well he said to do research so I mean
What
homework
research ไอไม่ได้ทำ research
so I'm gonna ask you quick fire questions
sure
favorite band
Mine
yeah
Quickfire Adele's not a band Adele's not a bad dude
ไม่มีชอบ Adele กับ Sam Smith
okay mine is probably Oasis actually
okay favorite movie
Bad Boys and Happy Gilmore
จำไม่ได้อะแต่อันนึงนะจำไม่ได้จำชื่อไม่ได้
okay เยี่ยมมาก
Are you okay
ไอจำชื่อไม่ได้อ่ะ Love Oh, The Holiday. The Holiday.
The Holiday is not a movie.
It is. I'll Google it. The Holiday. It is, right? Yeah.
Is there a movie called The Holiday?
Pizza or burger?
Burger.
Mountains or beaches?
Beach.
Cardio or weights?
Neither.
Cardio. No, weights.
You like weights more?
When did you do weights?
I did weights all the time. Okay, go.
Summer or winter?
Now winter.
Yeah, me too actually. Now winter. Because it's hot here.
Okay. Favorite current song?
Okay. Mine is Tennessee Whiskey.
What? From partying too much?
No, it is.
Tennessee Whiskey.
Yeah, but the cover version. Teddy Swims, I think.
Actually, I think if I get the version, it's the version when you and Jenny walked. Was it when Jenny walked down the aisle? Simply the best, right? That song.
The one in Krabi.
Yeah, the one in Krabi. I really like that song.
Okay. What is your favorite food?
Japanese.
That's type.
Steak. Mr. Justin's steak.
You just want your own podcast to talk about Canada and Justin?
No.
Okay. What is your favorite quote?
I don't know the exact phrase, though. I'm in the most adaptable survives. That one. If you adapt, you survive.
วันนี้ไม่ได้เรื่องแน่นอน We're gonna get nowhere. Okay, it's okay though.
That is my...
What is your favorite quote?
The person that adapts most survives. It's something like that.
Elaborate.
Well, if you adapt, you survive.
Okay, sorry.
I don't know the quote, but it's just like the saying, like, do to others what you want them to do to you.
So treat people
like how you would want to be treated.
That's from Mother.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah, it's from mother.
And always be humble.
Oh yeah.
What is the happiest moment of your life?
Shit.
That was one
Why?
of your questions.
Do you want to skip this? Do you want to ask this question?
No, it's fine. I have a lot of questions.
Okay, so what is the happiest moment in your life?
Wedding, na? I
Whose?
think mine. My wedding and then your wedding.
What about mine?
I didn't feel much at your wedding, okay? Because you lied to me.
Why?
ที่
What
บอกว่าไอ
happened?
จะร้องเพลงให้คน100 กว่าคน แม่งมา800 คน ไอก็เลยตื่นเต้นมาก ไอก็เลยไม่
ก็ไม่
ส
เป็น
นุก
ไร
เล
เลย ย100 คน 800
It
ค
was
น
not
ก็ไม่เห็น
fun
หน้าเหมือนกันอ่ะ
ฮะมันไม่สนุก มันตื่นเต้นไง แต่ว่าหลังจากนั้นน่ะสนุก
Sai, what about the happiest moment of your life?
มันก็ต้องสกายเกิดอะ
How does it feel? When was the first moment you saw Sky?
saw her where
like,
I mean like in ultrasound or
no, like ตอนคลอดอะ like was it right? Where did you go in?
I couldn't remember I couldn't I had COVID ก็ไปไม่ได้แต่ว่ามันก็แบบมันก็เครียดอะ that day but then the first time we saw her was after quarantine 1 week and then we went to pick her up
so like once she was born she was taken away for a week
คือ
right?
the day before Pitoy was supposed to give birth we had to do the COVID test and then I was positive
on that day
the day like the night before because it was like that time where everyone was going through this big thing about COVID and everything was unsure right so I prepared to go in to see the birth prepared as in like I'm queasy ไอไม่ชอบแต่ว่าไอก็ดูแบบคลิปดูนู่นดูนี่เพราะไออยากจะเข้าไปดู and then we found out that I had COVID so then Pitoy had to go in on her own and then I stayed at home I went to the office
You drove there didn't you
I used to drive there when
Yeah.
I was in quarantine because I had one car right so I used to drive there and sit with Pitoy every day and just talk to her and FaceTime with her when she was in hospital because she had to stay there for 7 days so the first time we saw Sky was probably
on FaceTime
7 to 10 days yeah on FaceTime the doctor had to arrange so the first time we probably saw her in real life was about 10 days after she was born ก็คือโมเมนต์ที่เขาคลอดพี่ตอยก็โดนแยกจากลูกเลยแล้วเขาก็ไปเป็น special room that the hospital took care of her really well and then every couple of hours we would be able to call in and just see how she was so the first time we saw her when she was tiny ในกล้องดูตัวใหญ่ใช่ป่ะแต่ตัวจริงอะตัวเล็กมากเลยอะก็ probably 10 days after she actually was born
okay and what does it feel like to hold your own kid for the first time your own baby for
first
the
reaction
time?
is like ตัวเล็กจัง ตัวเล็กมากอะตัวแบบแค่เนี้ย like on screen she looks big right but then in reality she's tiny and she looked quite precious like จับไม่ค่อยได้ but then you see how the doctors and the nurses were handling well, okay it's not like you hold her arm and the shoulder falls off you know it's มันก็ยังโอเคก็นั่นแหละเขาก็สอนอาบน้ำสอนให้กินนมอะไรเงี้ย and then we came back here to this house that was the first
The
time
question was how did you feel
yeah I know I'm telling you that the feel was like it was she was tiny ก็แบบ
he has issues with his feelings so มันรู้สึก
ไม่
ยังไง
มันรู้สึกแบบแปลกๆมันรู้สึกแบบมันไม่เคยเจอมันแปลกๆแค่นั้นเอง
Okay, so yeah,
is that
answer the
okay?
question. But
Okay.
your feeling?
Yeah, but did your mentality shift? Like, you know, people always say like when the moment that their baby is born, like all the worries that I used to worry about have gone. I have a new priority, all that kind of stuff. Did you experience any of that?
priority มันเปลี่ยนตั้งแต่พี่ต่อยท้องso then you have to think a bit more about how you do things and what are you going to do how are you going to plan your future how are you going to spend you can't buy toys and buy gadgets all the time anymore ต้องเริ่มเก็บตังค์ให้ลูกแล้วand then you have to plan it out
Yeah.
แต่ว่า feel is like ไม่รู้ดิ2-3 เดือนแรกมันยังแบบ adapt อะมันแปลกๆอะ and then after that it's like it gets better
คือพี่ชายที่บ้านทำ2 ห้องนอนไว้1 ห้องนอนคือเพื่อเก็บของเล่นเพื่อเล่น
ห้องเกม
เป็นห้องเกม เพื่อเก็บพวกของที่เขาชอบสะสมชอบเก็บไว้ พออยู่มีเบบีขึ้นมากลายเป็นห้องเบบี้โดยทัน
Childproof
ที
ทุกอย่างเลย
When was a moment you found out that พี่ตอย was pregnant
You called me.
Did I?
จริงๆมีหมอดูทัก แต่
ไป
ว่า
หมอดูบ่อย
ไม่
นะ
เห็น
เรา
พูดเลยอะ หมอดูอ่ะ
แต่ I just connected it ว่าจะมีเรื่องราวของเด็กมาในชีวิต or
ลูกตัว
something
เองเปล่า
ตอนนั้นยังไม่ได้เจอกันแค่เสร็จแล้วยังไงนะ what was the question
Like when was the first moment you found out about Sky
Are you
I
awake?
think you called me ใช่ไหม you โทรหาไออยู่ที่ไหนสักที่หนึ่ง and then you told
Probably.
me yeah ที่โทรมา
Ultra the test
no you called me แล้ว then I คิดว่าไอเห็นภาพ Sky ครั้งแรกตอนที่โชว์ Daddy มั้งที่บอก Daddy ป่ะ I don't know something like
when we
that
showed that
that was the best moment when Dad found out
Yeah, so the first moment we met Sky was, remember when Simon came and we had to like put on we all wear masks and we all had to keep a distance. And actually, remember Hero?
Hero
Yeah. And Simon said, "Don't touch her." Remember? I'm like, no,
What?
we're gonna touch
you
her.
said don't touch her I touched her
Yeah, he said like try keep away or something. Like no. She comes back, we're gonna touch her.
yeah I touched her
Which was the best 5 years of your life? You think?
now since marriage yeah
Why is that?
there's so many changes
In
so
what
many
way?
milestones marriage helped Pitoy set up her business had a baby we moved to a nice house it's just like yeah everything big milestones in 5-6 years
yeah I think since we so basically since we
จะร้องไห้แล้วเหรอ
ไม่ใช่ร้องไห้ ไม่ให้มันแบบ but okay so basically 2020 from 2020 till now
Okay.
yeah
What is the silliest, most expensive thing you have bought?
good question
Because there's a few, right?
I don't think any of my purchases are silly น่าจะกระเป๋าone particular bag
How much was it?
100K or something like that
What the hell? What bag was that?
but many people helped me pay
story about his
Like
life
who? Like who? How did you get that?
everyone story about his life really
mom Nanat oh yeah basically maybe two people yeah or me a bit
so
Iคิดว่า
did you actually pay for it or it was a gift
I think I paid a little I can't remember but it was one bag and I feel bad because I don't use it kind of want to sell it
Oh, great. So you got everyone to buy you a bag and you sell it and you make a profit.
no I don't make a
Are
profit
you going to give it back to everybody that helped chipped in?
มันหนักเกินไปไม่มีใครอยากใช้หรอก
Okay, Sai.
I don't know it's just random stuff probably my bicycle went a bit
yeah.
crazy on those yeah
How much was that bike? All up with all
Yeah.
the modifications.
it's like a motorbike yeah like a big bike yeah
Okay, now is a rapid fire sibling challenge.
okay
So whatever we say, you have to point to that person.
okay
Okay, out of the three.
Ah.
Okay.
okay
Who takes the longest to get ready?
him
do I
he's bougie
What do you mean by bougie?
what do you mean by bougie
he's expensive
What?ยังไง?
I'm not I'm really not I'm
it
really
looks like
not.
he's wearing basic can I say shit
Yeah, you can say shit.
it looks like he's wearing basic shit
It is
แต่ว่า
basic.
everything on his body are you wearing he's not wearing the bracelet today but everything on his body is expensive
Okay.
I don't think so but yeah go on
Who is the most dramatic?
body for sure
I think you are
No.
yeah
Me?
I think yeah
How?
but I just sometimes wonder how big your brain is because you have the capacity to keep thinking and thinking and thinking and creating thoughts in your
I think
own
if
mind
the question
and like,
is dramatic is body but if it's emotional it's you
oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay
the most
ไม่แต่ว่า
emotional.
เหมือน he builds stories in his head
but how's that dramatic
and then he becomes like sad because of it or he becomes depressed because of it or stressed because he's building all of these things in your head you know that right
Yeah.
I forgot to say that at your wedding speech but yeah
Okay. Who got in trouble more as a kid?
you undoubted
What was one of the troubles that I got into that you remember clearly? That is okay for the audience to know.
I don't think we can tell why you got in trouble but when you got detention and with all your friends didn't you guys go to Dream World
Yeah.
so it's
why
Yeah.
though
No, we all got suspended on the same
Oh,
day.
yeah they all got suspended on the same
and
we
they
went
went
to
to
Dream
Dream
World.
World
instead of suffering they went on a trip to Dream World
Yeah.
yeah
Who is the most competitive?
I think we're all competitive.
Yeah, I think we're in our own way.
But not against each other.
Yeah, not against each other.
Who has the weirdest habit?
I would say myself.
Why? What habit you have?
I don't know, just you guys keep calling me weird. So like I don't know why I มีความแปลกนิดๆอะ
ว่าอยู่ไม่แปลกแต่ I think you're เยอะ You're high maintenance like to the max.
Oh, okay then yeah maybe. But I don't think you guys have weird habits.
Who is most likely to cry in a movie?
You.
Not him for sure. Never.
I don't know. Yeah, probably Alex.
Who has the worst taste in music?
I think we all like the
yeah,
same
go
thing.
okay, now we listen to the same things.
Okay.
Can we say mom?
Yeah, mom.
Yeah, we wake up to mom's music every day.
Or her singing.
Yeah, Sunthalaporn. Mom singing at the highest note possible.
Even in Krabby when we were getting our makeup done and she was like singing upstairs and the makeup artist ก็แบบเดี๋ยวหนูร้องกับเขานะเดี๋ยวหนูร้อง
Yeah, but even in Kirby, she was taking shots. I've never seen that before.
Who would spend all their money in one day?
Oh.
Bonnie for sure. You have a ability to shop everywhere. Like เราทำงานด้วยกันใช่ไหมเวลาไปอยู่ในป่าอย่างเงี้ยเราเนี่ยจะรู้สึกว่าเวลาเราออกไปทำงานมันจะทำให้เราใช้ตังค์ได้น้อยมันนี่คือข้อดีของการทำงานเยอะเพราะมันไม่มีเวลาในการใช้ตังค์เราจะได้เก็บถูกปะเวลาเราไปป่าอย่างเงี้ยเราก็จะรู้สึกว่าพออยู่ในเมืองเนี่ยมันจะมีอะไรมาทำให้มาล่อเราอ่ะใช่ป่ะให้เราอยากซื้อนู่นซื้อนี่ให้เราเห็นอยากได้นู่นอยากได้นี่แต่พอเราเข้าป่าเข้าทะเลเนี่ยความคิดเหล่านี้มันจะหายไปแล้วมันจะรีเซ็ตแล้วมันก็จะรู้ว่าไอ้สิ่งที่เราต้องการที่จะซื้อเนี่ยมันสำคัญต่อเราจริงๆไหมมันจำเป็นจริงๆไหมแล้ว9 เต็ม 10ก็คือว่ามันไม่จำเป็นแต่พี่สาวเนี่ยต่อให้อยู่หลังกระบะกำลังขึ้นเขาอ่ะก็กำลังช้อปปิ้งอยู่ในมือถือของเขาบอกปอนตี้ดูออกไปข้างนอกสวยงามเนี่ยกำลังแอดบาสเกตอยู่กำลังทำตะกร้าอยู่
Even when she's in Canada for 3 weeks, she comes back and there's boxes waiting.
So you order it from there?
Yeah.
มันก็ it's like เราก็ดูไปดู I mean I look at nature and then I look at my phone and then I look at nature again and then I look at my phone มันคิด
Okay.
Congrats.
Makes sense. Okay, so now is the time where we want to review each other.
Oh dang it.
Okay, go.
Okay. Who goes first?
Review ยังให้ไซมอนก่อนจะได้
You can review me.
What? No, Simon starts. You ถามไซมอนก่อนเลย
Okay. Yeah.
Is there a question?
No, just review.
Review like what?
แบบรีวิวน้องอ่ะรีวิวพี่เรารีวิวน้อง
แล้วเราต้องรีวิวใครด้วยใครบ้าง I mean who do we have to
3 คน
review
ตรงเนี้ยมันก็รีวิวกันเองอ่ะ
ก็คือ I don't review you review okay Simon you go first
Review like what though?
ก็พูดถึงไง
In which sense is the question?
I don't know. Whatever you could think of.
As a person
As a person, okay, Bonnie is like so high maintenance, so demanding. I think you're so demanding. And then when you get something in your head, you have to do it then. Has to be then. If you want to, no, I will. But like, if you want to talk to Sky, it has to be right now. And then 2 minutes later, it has to be right now. And then like in my phone, sometimes I have like 15 missed calls or 15 calls from you in a day.
Does it make you feel special?
No, it's annoying. But then Bonnie's positive is like, you're like the glue. Oh my God, no crying.
No, I'm not gonna cry.
You are gonna cry.
ร้องพอแล้ว
Okay, the glue how?
The glue how? Everyone goes to Bonnie. Bonnie does everything. Bonnie sorts out everything. And if you need a problem, if you have a problem, you need it sorted. You call Bonnie.
Last week when Sky had issues, he actually needed me for the first time. And he's like...
And she kept on going on. And I'm like, Bonnie, in 37 years, this is the first time I waited for you to wake up. Oh my God, Bonnie felt so special.
What was it about?
The school.
School recommendation.
Where to go.
Next.
Okay, and then she's the glue and what else?
And what else?
No, she's the glue and then she just gets everything sorted and everything and mends everything together. Or like, she takes care of mom and dad. Yeah, so that's the good point.
Okay. We don't need to go to the bad point, right?
ก็พูดไปแล้วไง bad ไปกว่านั้น
We can't.
ก็แค่ high maintenance ก็ไม่ได้ขนาดนั้น It's okay. It's okay. It's not bad. It's simple.
I accept it.
I think you enjoy your high
ชอบชีวิตอย่าง
maintenance.
นั้น
Yeah, you เยอะไง I told you.
Okay. Me?
You're the young one. You're the baby in the house. Even though you try to get out of your baby kind of
zone
you're still the baby and you're the precious one with mom and dad and they treat you like that and they get so emotional over you and then your good point is you're like the warrior you want to make sure everyone is happy everyone is comfortable everyone sometimes without thinking about yourself which is okay it's a good thing but at one point like now you're married I think you also have to think about it's not to say you're neglecting the family but I think you have to think about okay now you have other priorities too and you can't take all of that on but then the other side to it is you're freaking forgetful yeah you'll say something and then 2 weeks later you จำไม่ได้แล้วว่าพูดอะไรไป
ใช่ไหมทุกคนขี้ลืมใช่ไหม
like you know the trip to Krabi randomly you just send a message okay we're all going on the plane together as a family and then the day comes and then he turns around and says Hero are you coming with us but you're the one that said
well, it's too many things like I make a decision because like at that time it makes perfect sense right and like, you want to do it and I like to like get things done I don't like sitting on task so I get it done and then I go to the next one but yeah I am super forgetful
like it's okay everyone has their negatives and their positives
all right okay พี่บันตี้ค่ะ
ค่ะ Simon is the leader เป็น leader always looking outเอาข้อดีก่อนก็ได้the positives always looking out for us always pretending that he doesn't feel anything I have a lot of questions about feelings for him today because he likes to act like he doesn't feel because he's a แบบคนโตนะ
Are we allowed to defend ourselves?
No and he's so with that he's always looking out for all of us even though it seems as though he's not อะไรอย่างเงี้ยแล้วก็แบบ he actually cares and actually เหมือนแบบว่า really wants us to succeed and เหมือนแบบ always looking out for us from behind and if there are many things that he said in life which has like I mean throughout the course of everything which made me change my ways
like what
for example I used to be emotional on Facebook and then I started to lead EC right and he told me not to and I fight with him but then I actually did not do it. I like stopped and I don't show any emotion on Facebook only happy stuff right that's one thing other than that he became extra special when he gave us Sky that's the best thing that happened to all of us so me calling you I'm not actually calling you. I'm calling
but you
Sky.
Call me on the days I'm there when we're busy.
And Sky, wait, you put now. It's my turn. It's my turn.
Yeah, but you have to stick to your limits of 3 calls a day.
And he does stuff like this, which is the super annoying stuff. Like, I wish Sky had a phone. And Sky enjoys talking to us, you know? Yeah, so I said the good stuff. But yeah, mainly that. And also, like, I had one good point. But like throughout the years, he's the one that's like, always taking care of us. And I think he has the ability to make tough things sound easy. Like when I had to move to Canada, he's like, it's life. It's not easy. Life's not easy. ก็จริง Life's not easy. That's it. อะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะแล้วก็ I had one thing to say, but I can't remember. But otherwise, I know. He knows us individually. Every single person he knows so well.Which comes to the negatives because he'll know exactly how to push that person's buttons นึกออกไหม but it comes from the big brother แล้วก็เหมือนแบบ he's super attentive to he's super attentive to every detail and he knows exactly how each person actually is นิสัยเป็น I have to speak in English right แบบ attitude personality humor he's actually very detailed so that's Simon You, on the other hand, well, like Simon said, you're like the baby of the house, but I never feel that you're the baby. Now, I like I said, I feel like you're my father sometimes because like you're about.
I don't know how to feel about that. Okay.
Human, you like it's like you're the littlest, you're the youngest one, but like your wings, man, it like. มันครอบครัว as in like you're not going to shine alone but everyone else especially the family, we have to go together. You know what I mean? Like no one is better than anyone. We all have to go together. If we enjoy together. If we don't enjoy, we don't enjoy together. But mainly it's mostly we enjoy. And then I feel like many of the things in our life you've initiated. I mean, we all wanted a nice house, but like you made it happen.
Yeah, you pushed it.
Yeah, you pushed it. And the way the house is designed, you pushed it. Or our family trips, like mom and dad, okay, we had trips growing up, annual things. But then like now you've made it a thing where we all have to travel together, which is the best. So yeah, but
You're like mom.
Yeah, you're like, and once you have your mind set, it's like, you'll do it. Another positive is you บ่นว่าใช้ตังค์เยอะ but you give me money, which is, you can still do that. And like
มีสามีแล้ว you're off my bill
and like yeah and I go and everyone knows that all of my friends know ว่าแบบเดี๋ยวอเล็กมันก็ให้อะไรอย่างเงี้ย and then like and yeah so I mean but the only like auntie I think you're aware because you went to the doctor yesterday you have to like I said your brain is like มันแบบyou think so much and you create your own reality and stories in your mind. Like, I don't know how detailed one person can actually think, but it's like, so like, that's one thing I think. But because of that, it makes you think for other people. I don't know, but I feel like you just need to find like a balance on how to whoop, and then, yeah. So it's about making the family happy, but you also have to be happy yourself.
But I also think that as you get older, it's
helps.
about problem solving.
Yeah.
So like you just have to be prepared that okay, the problems come and then you solve it.
Yeah.
And then you have to find time to switch your mind off because I have the same thing. I always have the same thing. And then as you get older, it becomes difficult to sleep. It's just normal. Yeah, just have to accept it, and then it'll make your mentality more calm.
Oh, and I have one more thing to say. And I feel like people around you try to be a better person. อันนี้ไม่ได้แบบอวยน้อง and shit like that แต่ว่ามันเหมือนแบบit's true because like you'll check on everyone and then sometimes you go on camp when I go on camp you always check on me and then when you're on camp I forget and I'm like shit I should ask him how he's doing on camp just to check in you know like I feel like that'sนั่นแหละthat's you.
Okay.
Are you gonna review us now?
Yeah, are you gonna review us?
Should I?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Bonti is definitely the center of the family. Like she's the middle that takes in all the conflict and also makes all the good things happen too. Like if we go to a restaurant, we don't have to order because Bonti will order for everyone. She knows what everyone likes to eat. She would like if there was a problem with mom and dad, or if we had a problem with mom and dad, it will go through Bonti to go sort it out. And sometimes she's in the middle between, you know, which happens.
Which is bad.
Super hardworking, concentration level 1,000. I cannot believe how you can stay in an office from like 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. and then come back and still do your work and sleep fine and wake up and do that whole thing again. I could say that that your drive has definitely made our company go forward. But one thing that we all have in common, I think, is that every time we're introduced to a new idea, we say no instantly, and I think that comes from mom and dad too. Like we what do you call it? We're
guarded.
เขาเรียกว่าอะไรนะ we did not deflect. We แบบต้านอะ we tan right away until first we tan, and then once it sinks in a little bit, then you can kind of like talk, you know. Like if I said like, okay, let's go to lunch right after this, you'll be like, no, I have plans. But then if you give it some time to sink in, you probably, oh yeah, let's go, you know. P. Simon is a family man, very humble. I think you're the most humble out of us, to be honest. I think from kids to growing up, you've changed the least. Like you've always stuck to who you are. Okay, sure, our lives have changed over the years, but you just don't change. Even like since you were in high school, like what you said, like always looking out for us, always analyzing us without telling us, always keeping an eye. Like every now and again, like I sense an energy that something is not okay. Something that I have done that you're not gonna say it, but you don't agree or something like that, or you think there's a better way to do it just because like I do dumb shit sometimes. You're like the perfect example of someone that would stand on their own 2 feet. Like you're the kind of person that money can't buy, really. Like some people, when you put money in front of them, they change their ways. Like we meet a lot of people like that like they have their like own way of doing things, like very very stick to themselves, but once someone puts like a paycheck or they shift, and I think people like that are very dangerous. And Sai is like, no, like there's so many, like one thing that Dad said to me once was that he had the chance, because he was an area chef, right? He had the chance to become like higher than that, but he never saw himself as those. Even on his day offs, he would write menus because he was so passionate about what he did. So he really stuck to what he was, And I think that runs in the family. That when we like something, like it's always the first priority rather than all the things that you're gonna get from it. And eventually you get from it because of that, So yeah, I think that's something that I admire a lot in Sai, is that he's very straight, a very straight line. And very easy to adapt to things is something like I know it wasn't easy for sure, like moving and going like Thursdays every Friday to Chantaburi and like
we was driving there once. I'm like, how the heck does he do it every weekend?
Yeah, and so easy. And like we meet people all the time, and they always say nice things, usually say nice things about us. But every time anyone meets you for the first time, they always say something nice about you. Like my friends, like the Puyais, like remember in Canada, they're like, ไม่รู้ทำไมถูกชะตากับคนเนี้ย like we get this kind of comment everywhere. Like you're not the one to like show yourself or present yourself. But if you just have a small conversation, people would be like, But
in Canada, he showed in you.
Yeah. We're gonna get to that.
We're gonna.
Yeah,
but
okay. You guys
Canada
can ask, and I'll tell you why.
Ooh.
Okay, so Simon doesn't drink, okay? Basically, let me tell you Simon's drinking memory that I have, okay? I remember one day when we were in the other apartment, Simon came back and he was holding the toilet bowl and he was puking. This was back in Bang Na residence. And I remember he had a chain. He had a chain. One of those wallet chains back in those cool chains.
Alien Workshop.
Alien Workshop. And And then after that, I remember when you went to ABAC, you had like a phase or you went to Slim like every night or something like that, right?
Yeah.
You had that thing where you would go out at like 10 p.m. And some nights you would come pick me up from the set after you're going out, right? And then all of a sudden you quit. Like ไม่ดื่มเลยแบบไม่มีเลยนะไม่มีพาร์ทนี้ของชีวิตเป็น10 ปี Like never took a like to the point where I didn't want to drink in front of you or show or tell you or anything. I don't know. I just felt like you didn't like that anymore. And then we went to Canada, and then all of a sudden Simon is back.
He flipped.
I'm not back.
Okay, yeah. Your side of the story.
My side of the story is I'm like everyone, like in college and everything else, you go out, you party and you, what have you. And then I think we live quite far. So the only option to go out is to drive. And I just felt like that's a bit too dangerous to drink and drive. So that's one of the reasons I stopped.
And illegal.
And illegal. So I stopped. So I just couldn't like, I didn't want to do it. Like it just felt like it's a bit too dangerous. I think I did my thing. At one point you go out every night, which we used to do with my friends. And then you hear the same music over and over and over again. And then it's like, it's not for me. Yeah. Plus there was one time where I went to like a house party. And then Toy had to drop me home and all that, but I don't have a lot of time. And then I just thought I also enjoy like like all like the cycling and everything else back then, right? So it's like with the limited time I have, rather than being hungover, I'd rather enjoy the outdoors. So that's another reason why I stopped. That's it.
And what was the switch in Canada?
There's no switch. My life is always on schedule. Right? Like my life is always on schedule. It's work. And then you have to think about work because again, we live so far. So I have to be up early in the mornings. I have to be back to sleep so that I can work properly. And then on a Thursday or Friday, I have to prepare myself to go drive my 4 hours to Chantaburi. So life is always on a schedule. And then Saturdays now with Sky, I have things to do with her.
Toy has to work, so I have to support. So my life is always on a schedule. But when there's a chance, like in Canada, for example, where we don't have to be on schedule, we don't have to worry about anything, then you can enjoy it a bit more.
Okay.
Plus, Bonnie always likes to tell on us when we were kids. So then I thought I'll do it, but I just won't
What?
say
I
anything.
told on you? When did I tell
always
on
like to
you?
tell on
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Oh.
You did.
So that's another reason why.
Okay.
But the main reason is when we go to things like Canada, or even when we went to Krabi, or like even at your Bangkok wedding, where we're free the next day and Sky's a bit older now, then you can chill.
Okay, so
That's
we
why.
got to remember that hero. We got to put him in an environment that's worry free.
It's no schedule, nothing to wake up to the next day. We can relax. We can like just chill.
Okay.
Cut that question off your list.
No, it's not in my. I'm just reviewing.
Okay, what are your sibling memories growing up? Like if you could like have like maybe one or two stories that you remember that are good.
Okay. I have one of those as my question, but my memory I'll share first is I always loved the England trips when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
That was the best.
Yeah, England trip.
England trips, and then like going to Bristol, and then the town
Yeah.
center.
We went every year,
We
right?
went
Yeah, let's go again.
And then Dad would drop us off, and then we would go
Yeah,
shopping,
yeah.
and
And he'd give us
everyone come
50
with,
pounds.
yeah, or whatever it was, and then everyone has their own shopping bags coming back, and we
Yeah,
would like
oh, yeah,
load the
yeah.
car. That's the best one.
And do road trips, right?
do road
trips.
We would sit in the small car with all our bags everywhere to the point where we had to put our feet up and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. We had like corned beef sandwiches,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
driving to
yeah.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Like
where,
simple stuff, like staying along the motorway in those like travel lodges. Not fancy at all, but it was so clean and so nice.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorites.
Mine, I don't know. I mean, like, I have this thing where I can't really remember things in the past. Like when I was writing your speech, it was so hard to think back. มันเหมือนสมองมันอยู่กับปัจจุบันตลอดเวลา But then when Simon brought up England, I think that's probably other than that, I have like, you know, jokes, pranks, things growing up together, doing everything together. Even Alex had to film, we would have to go with Alex, you know, like everything we did, we basically did together as a family. Like family unit was super important. But like, yeah, I think now that Simon mentioned that, that's probably the best. When we would go to England, I can remember when he was describing it, I can remember everything and I kind of want to do it again. And even our trip, and I think as we grow up, the trips where we go to different places,
They're pretty epic.
all of them. Even like when we went to England and Dad and everything. So I think we need to go to England again.
Yeah, I think we need to go to England again.
Yeah, we need to go to England again. The Rendells are going to England again.
Yeah.
The Rendells.
Just the Rendells.
And the Tani.
The Tannies may come.
We'll be there.
Oh, Tani speaking.
Oh, I would choose Justin.
No. Between.
Pitoy and Jenny.
Oh, let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, ไม่เลือก because พี่ตอย
แล้วถามมาทำหาอะไร
Babsy
okay.
can we see your latest text from Jenny
Huh? Okay.
Babsy
Yes. This is the latest text from
What does it say?
It's a cry.
A cry.
It's like a cry
ทำไม
emoticon.
อ่ะ
Because she sent me this.
โอ้ยเข้าไปประมาณ
Sweet.